okay, this is take two because the other one was getting to be closer to the 15-minute mark. Some of this is for others because for whatever reason it doesn't really apply to me. Like, I only have one small room to vacuum, so I get my nephew or my sister to vacuum it a lot of times if I'm not able to. But if you use a lighter vacuum, that makes it a lot easier. I don't really have a lot of stuff to dust. And also I have one of those with the long handle things. Take advantage of the dishwasher. I use the dishwasher all the time for all my dishes. I buy Finish, the little gel packs at a local discount store that gets it from Costco. They buy a truck or two every week or so. And so every lid that needs to be taped, and they sell it for a lot cheaper, and you get more. So you actually buy at a cheaper price for what you pay to get even less of them. So say it's 11 something for 105. You go to the local store, you can't even find them 105 of them, but you'll find $7, $8, $9 for 30. So so it's definitely worth it. I don't worry about soaking the dishes usually, but again, it's just me. I occasionally I do, but usually I just because a lot of stuff I make are like boiled eggs. So it really, occasionally I make hamburger helper or something. I really don't make a lot of it because of the, I'm trying to stay below a certain amount of carbs. I don't really follow keto or Atkins or anything like that. I never have. Because honestly, I would never stay below 20 grams of carbs. Not to diss anybody that does. If you find something that works for you and your life, that's great for you. I watch the Keto Twins. I love them. Again, trying to keep this under 10 minutes, so I can't go on too much of a tangent. Let the cleaning products do their work. That I've actually got in trouble with some people in my family before for doing that. And I'm not saying you gotta sit around for 30 minutes to an hour, but if you're spraying something and wiping it right off, it's not even doing its job, And I actually learned this as a janitor. Spray the area and go get a rag and all of that. And because by the time you do all that, a few minutes just went by, and go where the first place that you sprayed and go around it. By then, it's actually been able to do its work, and you don't have to work as hard. This one's very important to me. Don't try to do everything one day. It's very difficult for me, and this is actually where I went on a 7 or 8 minute tangent, so I'm not going to do that as much. And also change your plans if you have to. Like Monday, and I'm shooting on this on a Friday. It was a Monday night. I had went with my sister to an appointment that's an hour and 15 to an hour and a half away each way. We usually go with each other on our long, further away appointments like that, because it's usually to see a specialist. But anyway, I was going to start the next day on the living room and the kitchen, but I thought, well, I might not feel like doing that. I was going to do the living room, then the kitchen, then the bedroom, and then the bathroom, and I was going to do it all one day. And I don't really have my bedroom listed, but that's because it's the easiest to clean for me, and it also stays fairly clean. Um, there's not really a lot that I can do to it, honestly. Um, but that night I tackled the bathroom, and it's a good thing because the next day I got the second booster um, shot, and I didn't feel like all I wanted to do was sleep. I really didn't have any other issues except for I slept um, mostly for 2 days. In fact, the first after that, when I went to bed that night, I slept for about 24 hours, and I didn't even take my sleeping medication because I knew it was going to knock me out, and so it's probably a good thing it didn't. And then yesterday and today, what I'd planned to do in one day, I planned to do all 3 rooms in one day if I could. I wound up doing the top shelf and the middle shelf of the refrigerator, and I'm going to do the bottom shelf and the freezer part hopefully today. And I swept and mopped part of the kitchen floor. I let an area dry before I do the other because I can't walk on wet areas at all because of risk of falling. They really prefer I don't sweep and mop at all, but I have, as long as I found a way to do it safely, they were okay with it. So I just don't walk on anything that's wet. Keep the mop right behind the door, and I just walk out with it. Walk out with it. And I've actually probably did a little bit more than half. I'm going to take out the trash. And, I may not be able to do any more this weekend. But at least my kitchen and my bathroom I won't have to worry about. And then the living room mostly is to declutter, and I do need to pick up a little bit around the floor. But honestly, I've been doing that, so it doesn't look as bad as it did. So, kind of be easy on yourself, but also it needs to be done unless you can afford a house cleaner. If those kind of services are even in your area, that's something that we don't have around here. Like there's really no maiden service. The closest one was over an hour away. They came on a certain day of the week and did the area, but they don't even do that anymore. And I don't trust just anybody with my house. And you can't really, so